Okay, the reason I was so mad is because this is what they do. Alright? They let Phillip Rivers go. And they pick up Tyrod Taylor. Wasn't too upset about that. And then they draft Justin Herbert and like, oh, Tyrod Taylor's going to mentor Justin Herbert. Why wouldn't you just sign Phillip Rivers for an extra year and have a good quarterback like Phillip Rivers? Meant like no disrespect towards Tyrod Taylor, but I'm pretty sure anybody would rather take Phillip Rivers as a mentor over Tyrod.
Maybe it was mutual.
Well, it's not like Phillip Rivers wanted to leave. Like he wanted to stay, they just didn't want to keep him.
A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really
how it is.
You get better athleticism, great hand-eye.
He ended up paying Tyrod Taylor just about the same amount Phillip Rivers would have gotten. And now look at Tyrod Taylor. He's getting paid to just sit on the bench. Along with a bunch of other people.
That's also the Chargers thing.
Well, Chargers, nice.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
This all leads up to the owner.
48-yard line. They keep on the ground without
Or the
and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard
big guy up top who does all the firing.
A gain of 3, second down.
Tom Telesco.
Brought down at the 45-yard line.
Who is this guy?
A 3-yard pickup brings up second.
Dude.
Yeah, and look, everybody was screaming, "Oh, Phillips the problem. Phillips the reason we shouldn't anything done." Look at Indianapolis right now. Look at Indianapolis right now.
Well, I know he wasn't the problem.
12 yards there and a first.
Our line wasn't the greatest.
Oh no, we had an awful O-line. Horrible. And then our defense was so injured, like it didn't matter who we had in. It was just blown leads.
Yeah.
It was the same thing as this year. Everybody was screaming, "Oh, Phillips the reason. Phillips always throwing interceptions. Phillips always throwing game-ending interceptions." Well, when he spikes when he snaps the ball, and there's 3 dudes in his face already, there's not much you can do there. Especially when the only receiver you have at the time is Keenan Allen. And guess what? Since Keenan Allen's your only healthy receiver, Hunter Henry's out for the year. Everyone's going to be double-teaming Keenan.
This is Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on
and then guess what? You also have your starting running back who is sitting out, and then you also have your backup running back who's injured.
I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing.
I just don't. That's the one thing I hate about Chargers fans. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. Like right now, everybody wants Lynn to get fired. Everyone's like, fire Lynn, fire Lynn, fire Lynn. It's like, bro, he doesn't even call the plays. The one guy I agree we should fire is Gus Bradley, because even like look at Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey was like, yeah, when he was coaching us, he legit called like the same defense every game, and he wouldn't change even when they figured out a way to, take advantage of it.
He's one of those where it's like,
right. He does not make adjustments.
This is not going to do it as he stops.
Sounds like Scott Frost and his coaching staff.
That's the one thing I agree that, like, why we should fire Gus Bradley. But the worst thing you can do for a rookie quarterback is take away the staff he had his rookie year, and then put him in a brand new staff. That's the worst thing you can
do. Who else did that happen? I feel like that happened to someone else recently.
Happens to a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah. Guess what? If you just keep firing coaching staffs like every year, it's never going to work out, because then you're going to have players. Yeah, Baker. That's a good example right there.
He's doing pretty good for how many coaching changes he's been through.
Yeah, he's been through so many coach changes.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And guess what? Lynn's taking us to the playoffs. You know who couldn't do that? Mike McCoy. And everyone's saying that he's the next Mike McCoy. Like, no. Guess what? This is still Mike McCoy's team. Except for, like, a few players are gone. And it's like, a bunch of players are gone. But he's making the changes at least.
Yeah.
He's getting good players. The problem is guess what? Now all of his players are injured every year, so he has nothing to work with. He has to throw in guys that nobody's ever heard of, and then try to make a scheme that works with those guys. And then make different O-line combinations, and this, and that, and the third.
So from the 36 now, first and
I don't think people, like, especially Chargers fans, I don't think people understand, like, you can't just sign a coach and expect him to fix everything in a couple of years, considering how rough this team was 3 years ago, or 3 or 4 years ago.
I know there's already a bunch of, Fire Zach Taylor groupies already. It's like, yeah, may not be the best coach, but still has a lot of Marvin Lewis players.
And you gotta clean out that team, because man, that Mike McCoy team was horrendous.
It's especially hard when Marvin Lewis was the coach for 17 years.
Yeah, Justin Fields couldn't make that throw.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And like, there's this guy, Bolt God, who's like a really big Chargers fan, and he goes to like, well, before COVID, he would go to like every Chargers game, and he'd wear like a rated outfit, but it was like Chargers. And he was like, man, I swear, y'all Chargers fans do not know what you want. How are you gonna sit here and scream and fire everybody on the coaching staff? And guess what? The second we get a new coach, and he's not doing great right away, y'all are gonna fire him. He's like, and like, he literally put one time, like last week when we lost to Miami, he's like, all right, Chargers fans, who do you want to fire this week?
Dude, Scott Frost. I read his fucking Monday press conference.
Yeah.
God, the Nebraska just sounds like a horrible team right now.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our players are like freshmen. Like he literally said that a lot of our starters are just freshmen. And I was like, that's not good. And he doesn't even know who he wants to start at quarterback anymore.
Yeah.
Like he says he has a bond there, but like he doesn't know who he wants to start.
Yeah.
And he basically gave away what Nebraska did.
Really?
He was like, they asked him about Wan'Dale Robinson, and they were like, we want Wan'Dale at receiver, but we're using him at running back. And he's like, they always know where Wan'Dale is because that's the only good player they have on offense. Just like, just guard Wan'Dale.
The thing I think it's so annoying is like, especially with Scott Frost right now, is who's our current running back? I can't remember his name.
Currently it's Wan'Dale because our starting running back is linked up.
But there's another kid that we have.
Yeah, I know. I never.
Yeah, but like I remember like we would barely play him.
Yeah.
Like throughout like at the beginning of the year, I'm like, why aren't you starting? Like when he's in there, he gets yards. It's not like he doesn't get yards.
We talk about mobility,
but with a line like the Huskies, there's only so much you can do.
Able to move, evade, and is accurate,
especially as a running back.
And picking up the first down.
Left side, a completion to his tight end.
And all our wide receivers are freshmen.
Added the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Maybe that's why they gave him like 7 years, because they're like, yeah, you only have a couple years with these good players, and then you're back to freshmen.
Second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
Scott Frost also kind of admitted to not like changing up his offensive schemes.
Yeah.
He was like, whenever we do, like, we just do wide receiver screens and options, they always know where Wan'Dale is, so they can't do anything.
Yeah, so why not change it? If you know that they know that Wan'Dale's the only player you're going to go to throughout that entire thing, why not switch something up?
That's what I thought, was like, why not switch it up? And then he basically said he doesn't really trust switching it up because There's too many young guys on offense.
Well, guess what? You only have one win on the season. It's not like it's gonna hurt anything. Because guess what? If you just keep running that same offense the entire time you're here, people figure it out quick. Doesn't matter who you have. You could have a great offense, and if you just stick with the same scheme the entire time, it's gonna get shut down eventually. People are gonna figure it out. Yeah. Look at the Ravens. Their Lamar Jackson's rookie year, they were looking unstoppable. And then the Chargers come out with this 6 defensive back system and realize, oh, if we play 6 DBs at once, we can just shut down Lamar running. And then guess what? We can also shut down all of his receivers and his running backs. I remember that was like a big thing that year when the Chargers went to playoffs. So like they figured out a way to expose the Ravens offense.
The Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
Yeah, basically Scott Frost expressed that he doesn't trust his team right now because of inexperience.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Like, well, you can't have a good team if you don't have trust. That's just a commonly known thing.
Like he said the same thing about both Luke and Adrian. He was like, Luke, he's good. He said Luke's going to be the future, but then he said Adrian could be a great quarterback.
Well, guess what?
Using him.
Well, guess what? When you're not playing him and you're benching him for some kid who arguably isn't playing any better than him, you're going to develop some distrust between the two of you, and that's the last thing you want, especially on a team like especially right now. That's the last thing you want.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him.
And then that distrust gets spread around.
Yeah. And then guess what? Now you have a team where people only care about themselves, and then people only care about their stats. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
And they said again for this week that the QB starting this week is an open competition again.
I feel like this would be a clear-cut decision to let Adrian play.
It's his junior year.
Yeah.
He had one bad game and a half.
Guess what, Scott Fox? You ruined him? Now you have to fix him.
Was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz.
I hate how he ruined Adrian,
dude. Yeah. It's not like Adrian Pearson. Adrian Martinez had a bad rookie year. He only threw like what? Like not even like maybe 6 receptions his first season.
I think his first season he had like 22 touchdowns and 7 picks for a freshman. That's his pass.
Couldn't hang on third down.
The only problem I remember him having is like fumbles. His rookie season.
Yeah, fumbles. That was pretty much it. Like if they could have just worked on fumbles over the season, he could have been really good.
Yeah.
But they wanted to change everything. It's like what you were saying earlier. They basically, even though they didn't fire anyone, they basically changed the entire way they coached after his freshman year.
Yeah.
And I feel like his sophomore year was just a repeat. I feel like he had 2 freshman years.
Well, honestly, like after his freshman year, when they tried to change him, and then his, wasn't he hurt like his sophomore year?
He was hurt
that. I think it was that ankle.
Yeah.
Because like the player twisted it and Colorado.
Colorado twisted it.
Yeah.
And this game will remain
and a lot of it could have been questioned that him doing that could have cost Nebraska the game.
Yeah.
And that player didn't get
He is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the
honestly,
of the second half.
I feel like no matter who we sign, that like Scott Frost was not expecting this.
Yeah.
London about set to take over.
Because he's
honestly just, for a majority of it, it's honestly just bad luck. I mean, you have a big talent in Adrian Martinez. You lose Stanley Morgan, because obviously goes senior year. J.D. Spielman transfers. Maurice Washington, who's supposed to be the next big running back in Nebraska.
Oh my God, he was, even as serving as the second string behind Ozigbo, he was actually doing super.
Yeah, and then you have that thing in California that happened with that minor. Now he may or may not be going to prison, so he's out of Nebraska now. Just a ton of, and then injuries on top of it. It's just a ton of bad luck.
And the Big Ten basically hates Nebraska now.
Yeah.
So they try everything to give us shit.
Pass there complete to Sutton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game.
Like that first week where we had fucking 4 targeting penalties.
Yeah.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there.
And that's how I know it's the Big Ten, because the final decision isn't up to the refs. They call like big shots.
Yeah.
Up in New York. And they're like, all right, you know what, let's give it to him this time.
Second down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. He's down.
That's one thing I don't like about like plays and penalties being challenged, how it's not really decided by the refs.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Especially that pass interference between the Saints and the Vikings.
Zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a
let that happen.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back
touchdown.
to some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass.
I think what happened is that like there was like a pass interference that wasn't called against the Saints. And people were saying that like the refs were afraid to throw pass interferences after that because they didn't want it to seem like, you know, you see what I'm trying to say. But still,
that was obvious.
Yeah, you've got to call that.
Honestly, sometimes I think about it, about how maybe that Nebraska, even though it might cost them a lot of money and lose money, just like switch to a different conference.
Yeah.
Because like we haven't had the best luck in this conference, and we definitely are nowhere near good enough to take it.
Yeah, we still got a lot of fixing to do, honestly.
And the Big Ten,
I feel like it's going to take a lot longer. I feel like it's going to take a lot longer than 9 years to fix this game.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's never really liked us, but now they fucking hate us.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I just don't understand. Why does the Big Ten hate us for bringing them money?
He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right.
Never understood that.
Yeah.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
And basically, since Nebraska's been in the Big Ten, we've become a fucking laughing stock.
Yeah.
That's a really alert defense there.
I feel like that's also a reason that you shouldn't leave the Big Ten. Because if you leave the Big Ten, that's even more embarrassing. It's like, oh, they couldn't take it, so now they have to leave. Now they're going to a weaker. Because no one's going to let that up.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you do great in other divisions, you're like, well, you couldn't do big in the couldn't do good in the Big Ten, so it doesn't matter. So you have to stay now. Else your entire team is a joke for the rest of its existence.
At least we're not the only team dealing with this. There is this one team called the Tennessee Volunteers. They're basically going through the exact same shit. We really haven't been amazing since the 90s.
Tennessee was only good because of it.
Like when you look at like the records and stuff, like the Tennessee and Nebraska have like the same type of shit that happened after the 90s. They won a natty and then it just kind of went downhill from there.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, London.
From the midfield.
And another thing is, I remember Scott Frost, like, he's trying to, like, maintain that run heavy, like, like, old style of football. Can't do that nowadays, man.
Especially in the Big Ten.
Yeah, you can't do that now, man. You gotta.
Just look at Illinois. They passed all over us with the mediocre quarterback. They gave that man confidence that was never there. That's what Nebraska does. The way I know it is because on the radio on the way to Tate's house, they literally said Illinois is ranked 111th in all of D1 out of all 132 teams to pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I bet we brought them up quite a bit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
He had like 400.
For this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
I still don't understand why we kept Luke McCaffrey in until there was like 5 minutes left.
For either team.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty obvious midway through the 3rd quarter that Luke just wasn't working.
41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today.
But for some reason, Scott Frost kept Luke in longer than he would have kept Adrian.
There's another thing that was annoying about Nebraska fans. Because, like, they also don't know what they want. Because everyone was like, take out Martinez, put in McCaffrey. This Martinez kid isn't working. This McCaffrey kid's going to be the next big thing. Look at him. I knew it. I knew it. I was one of the people who wanted to keep Adrian as the starter.
I mean, he might be good near the end of his college career, but definitely not now.
Yeah, no, I don't see what everybody was saying in him. Like, everyone was like, oh, he's going to be way better than Martinez.
I think they were just focused on the fact that his last name's McCaffrey.
His play was no better than Martinez.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key.
Could have said it was. He also could have been argued that it was worse than Martinez.
Yeah.
You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to
possess. Gain some yardage. The motherfucker do like 20 passes and didn't even get over 100 passing yards.
What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Enough said.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far.
I didn't even have to watch the game. I damn well know that that's not
What was the status?
Did not throw. He had like 20 attempts and did not get over 100 passing yards.
Oh yeah, he also rushed like 10 times more than he passed.
Really increases their chances of
like attempted passes.
He had 20. He had like 22 attempted runs.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Yeah.
He had an overplayed running back stat as a quarterback.
And take nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Sorry, Bill, but Luke McCaffrey isn't what's his name? Tommy Frazier. You can't do that with him. You can't use him like that. If you're gonna do that, put him at running back.
Honestly, they should just put him at running back. I agree. They should go back to what they did in week 1. I don't know what was so bad about week 1.
We lost to Ohio State, man. That's the reason.
Yeah.
But like, at least there was some spark in the offense that they chose that week with putting in both Adrian and Luke.
And even 50 yards.
Like,
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys
that's what
in
he
this
should
league
keep
have had the
doing, is
impact that he's
putting
had here
in,
in the first
like,
half of the season.
not
He's
maybe
been a big
complete
play
change,
guy
Yeah,
from the
Malcolm
word
Cross
go.
was
And
confident in
continues to be
changing it
one
after the
with
Ohio
another
State
one
game,
right there.
but now he's not
He
confident
was
in
out
changing
there
it.
waving his arms. I mean, you get
What's wrong there?
looking for any help.
It just seems like you don't know what you're doing at this
It
point.
certainly
We
is,
lost
but
to
you
a
gotta get his
potential
attention because
national
now you're in
championship
scramble
winner with
drill.
our shitty
So
team.
everyone's adjusting their
Well,
routes,
gotta put in
finding
our
open
freshman.
space, and he found
Well,
the
gotta
right spot
change
for
everything now and only run instead of pass now.
And he takes it down to the 10.
Like, how
when
come
we
you were
lose-
confident to change things then? How come you were confident to change things then? But now you don't want to change anything.
But when we lose to Illinois, it's just like,
I think the 5 at the 4.
Luke is good.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Second and 4.
I don't care what sport you're playing.
you want to know Scott's excuse for that he keeps starting Luke?
Why?
Every week since he started Luke, he keeps saying this every time. He says, right now we need to start the person that we think is going to give us the best chance at winning.
But guess what? It's not Luke.
It really isn't Luke.
Guess what? I'm gonna break something to you. This whole run thing, when you don't have a running back, isn't working. Sometimes you need to air it out. And guess what? The quarterback who gives you the best chance of doing that isn't Luke McCaffrey. It's Adrian Martinez.
They'll try and run some clock now with LA.
Sorry to break it to you. Sorry to break your heart about your
So he stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker.
love over Christian Luke McCaffrey.
He's one of my best
recruits. They'll probably wind this all the way before
I'm sorry,
snapping it
if
on
Luke
second
McCaffrey's
down.
one of your best recruits, you're doing a pretty bad job of recruiting.
Again, it's Alley.
Scott Frost thinks he thinks
And good
one of his best
penetration here.
recruits.
He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Josie Jewell on the tackle.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy.
Why didn't they
who
just
you
keep
look
it what
at
they
and
did
you
with
say,
week 1 and
that
have
looks
both
like a
of
guy
them
who
play?
knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You
Like
drop this
Adrian
one,
played the
you'll be carried around
majority,
the
but like
training
switched it up
facility
and
for an
put Luke in
entire
there.
week.
Maybe flashback
I don't
to
even
high
think
school
Scott
or
Frost knows what
college.
he's
They're
doing, dude.
around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while
I don't
he's
think he knows what
sitting
he's
in
doing.
class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So
I
the
feel like he's a
Cowboys
bit
in
in over his
possession of
head, and he's
football
finally
here as
having
we
a
get you
wake-up call
reset.
this year.
And let's see what they've come up with
He's like, hey, this isn't
offensively. Every time we
UFC
talk it
where you
over.
can just get some good recruits and then destroy this weak-ass conference. This is
Brandon,
the
they're
Big
still in
Ten.
the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
We have Ohio State and
Regain some
Wisconsin to
confidence, and
worry
you're right. They
about.
need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helps.
Not to mention, we're literally the second worst team in the Big Ten right now.
Yeah.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming
All I'm
second
saying
down
is they've
play.
only done
Have to
one Big
imagine
Ten
this will be on the
championship
ground
in
as well
years.
as they come up 2nd and 7.
46-yard line.
He was horrible.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it
After
on the
watching the
ground.
game,
It was a
I
shit show.
Now a second timeout
Yes, it
called
was.
for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an
70 to
important
30.
third down.
Yeah.
Brings up
It was
3rd
bad.
and 5.
And that 30, most of it came from garbage time.
Who'd we play?
Wisconsin.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Now, my grandpa was so mad.
6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Hey, we didn't have to play Wisconsin this year.
They'll boot it away from about his 35.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'll be better, but hey, I'll coach for free. You don't have to pay me.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now trotting back
Hey,
out
it thinks
with
we
the
didn't
rest
have
of
to play
his offense
Wisconsin
and
this
makes
year,
the
save us
big
from
tight
another
end.
embarrassment.
And look at the numbers.
Yeah.
They have gotten him more involved. I guess the question now, Charles, defensively, how do you make him less involved?
That's always the key question, isn't it? Sometimes other guys are starting to play really
Is it
well. You
bad
shift your
that
attention to them.
I knew it was
That makes
false
you
hope
focus
when
on
Nebraska
it,
came
because
out and
he's so
scored in
good
like
that if
4
you don't,
plays against
he
Ohio
finds a way to
State?
make plays.
I think everyone who's a Nebraska fan knows that it was false
Usually
hope.
try to bump
Like,
him
as
off
soon
the
as that
line of scrimmage
happened, I
and
was
get him
like,
out of his
wow,
route.
they did something good. I bet you they do not do that for the rest of the first quarter
Before
even.
they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pick.
Remember that Iowa game where it was tied 21-21 going into halftime, and then they blew us out the water after
Oh
that?
yeah, I remember that. It was like, alright, close game, we got this, and then they scored like 2 touchdowns immediately.
I think Mike Riley, what his thought process was, is he was like, hey, I know I'm getting fired after this game, so just shit it.
Oh yeah, that was his last game, huh?
Yeah, he got fired after that game. They announced it. They announced it quick. Like, it was not even like 2 hours after the game where they announced that he was fired.
He knew he was getting fired, so he was just like, eh.
I remember his press conference is where he was like, "We got some good recruits coming next year."
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their
they all fucking left.
both sides
yeah,
did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
They're just like, oh, I'm not guaranteed a starting job.
Oh, guess I'll leave.
Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like
Why is
this,
Tom Brady in the zone?
you know, every team wants to be physical.
Sack him, bitch. Sack him.
Those who are mentally
yeah.
tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs.
Because you got a touchdown in real life.